Alright, everybody. We're back. With some more Mario at exactly 40. It's a little too long since I last played, so I've kind of forgotten what I'm doing. But I gather that I'm on a mysterious island. Oh, yeah, and there was like a stretchy guy. What do butterflies mean? Oh, we can fix the Odyssey. Should I just do that? Or is there like low-hanging fruit here? It looks like I got a fair number of things already. Just kind of looking at the number of moons I have here. What an asshole. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. It's coming back to me. And it's all coming back to me. I went to my mom's house for helping her. She took a speaker in to be repaired at like a, you know, stereo repair place because, well, so she took it in and the guy who, you know, runs it was like, what are you doing with this? You know, basically like, why do you have this? And she's like, oh, you know, she just listens to CDs and stuff on a stereo and has like 1 million CDs and all that stuff, and so she was like, well, I want to continue listening to things on the stereo. And he was like, okay. And it was funny because he was like, she was describing second hand or third hand or whatever hand to me, what he was describing. And basically I was like, oh, I see, like, the only people who come in there normally are like, you know, high fidelity, John Cusack, hipster type people, right? Because they're like, oh man, I want to hear the original sound, you know what I mean? I want to hear the Beatles the way they were meant to be listened to or something. I've never been like real big into that, because I don't know, man. I'm like, is that how it was meant to be heard? You know what I mean? Like, if they had the options that we have today, would they be like, you know what, the number one way I want to listen to music, our people to listen to our music is like, the vinyl record. So anyway, but she took it in because I guess, I don't know, I guess she's just like a, that kind of person. She's like, I'd rather repair this, even though I think most people would be like, well, I'm just gonna buy a new speaker, right? And listen to a tiny speaker the size of, I don't know, a can of soup or something. And she's like, I don't know, I think she likes the bigger speaker. It does sound nice, like, and so anyway, she took it in and got it repaired. And we were looking at it, and then I was telling her that how I bought a record player. And, like, buying a record player in 2024, I guess I probably got mine in, like, 2022, is kind of a hilarious thing to do because it's not practical. You know what I mean? There's nothing practical about it. And, like, first thing, like, when you start looking at record players, it's like, if you go online and try and get advice or whatever, people consider, you know, they're like, well, I'm looking for a good entry-level record player or whatever. And you'll get a lot of advice that's like, well, this one's only $250. And you're like, yeah, I suppose. This is weird. This is a strange kingdom because they're like humans Up till now, my understanding has been that Mario is a human who... Oh, Pauline, isn't she from Mario Land? Her noises are a little suggestive. This is just strange because, like, so clearly Mario is not this kind of person. But, you know, it's always been my understanding that Mario is a guy, a Brooklyn plumber. Yet this would kind of, I think, suggest that he's something else. Oh, there's a Chrysler building. The Jesus Chrysler building. I mean, I'm not mad about this. It's just, it's odd. It's a strange choice. Forget about it. Okay. Bugs? I just saw a thing about New York City. A guy was saying, I don't know that this is true, but was saying that finally New York City has decided, like, you know what? We shouldn't just pile garbage on the street. Like, people need to put it in bins now, or, you know, dumpsters or whatever. Which I did. It is hilarious to me because I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is like, you know, what? Oh! I cannot tell if this is one of my worst ideas or, you know, not. I'm thinking yes, just in general. This is not exactly an ideal way to travel along a girder that's slightly larger than Mario's body, but oh, fudge! Anyway, it's hilarious to me because, like, when I've only been to New York City, I think twice. Twice? 3 times. 3 times! And, it was always very funny to me that the garbage was just, like, on the street. I don't know why, like... Maybe, I think it has something to do with... I do think, like... New York City has a bit of a complex, I'm gonna call it a superiority complex. Because it's like, oh, it's the greatest city on the earth, you know, like everything here is the greatest, whatever. The pizza here is the greatest pizza. We have the best, I don't know, fucking museums. We have the streets are the best here. Everything here is the best thing of the best version of the thing. And hustle a little bit, I guess. So I don't know. That always made me laugh though, because I was like, you know, I'd like to hear someone make the argument about the garbage situation. New York City has the best garbage pickup in the world. And you're like, well, you know, arguably there's one thing that New York City doesn't do the best. My brother, one of my brothers sent me a video of a commercial he saw. I think it was from the Dominican Republic, but I don't actually know if the commercial was from there or not. And it was for a concrete company. And what happens in the commercial is you're seeing what looks pretty much like I said we're doomed. No one listens. This also is giving me some BioShock vibes, isn't it? Well. shit. I don't know if I'm gonna fall onto a thing. Yeah. Oh, God. This is like a BioShock, Mario, Spider-Man crossover. Anyway. This concrete commercial. So it shows a very Twin Tower looking building. And then a plane flies into it, but it just goes bonk, like with a cartoon, like doink. And then bounces off and then goes around the building. And then it's, you know, the commercial's like, Concrete Company, or, you know, whatever the hell the concrete company's called. It was something. It was really something, I gotta say. I don't think anyone would argue that it wasn't something, but... yeah, it did... You know, you just see something like that, and you're like... I mean, I'm not, like, offended by things like that. I was just like, wow. Somebody took it really far. Somebody took an idea that I would think of as a joke, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do that. It was funny. I think what was funny about it to me is that it was seriously one step away from, you know, an infomercial where it's like, are you tired of this happening to you? And then it shows you know, a 9/11 situation happening. Use our concrete company, you know, blah blah blah. It's like, it's awfully close to that idea. This is the Spider-Man shit. J. Jonah Jameson's gonna be coming after me. I want pictures of this Mario. I like New York, though. It is very fun. It's a very fun place to go. I don't know how fun it is to live there versus visit. Something that does annoy me, though, is, you know, there are, like, people on... When I used to be on social media, I would follow some people who were from New York, and they would always get all touchy about, like, when tourist season was happening, you know? Like... Ugh, they're so annoying and blah, blah, blah. And it always annoyed the shit out of me that they were annoyed, because I was like, I mean, you live in New York City. Like, what did you expect? Did you really think there wouldn't be tourists there? And I'm like, hey, look, if you're 80 years old and you're like, this is getting out of control, I'm with you. But if you're, you know, 40 or younger, I'm like, I mean... So your entire life, New York City has been New York City. It's not like this is a new developing situation here. It reminds me of, they have this fun run here at the Boulder. It's like a 10K in the city of Boulder, Colorado. And it's like kind of it's like a big popular 10K. I mean, like a lot of people do it. If you know, if you are a runner or know a runner, you've probably heard of it, I'm guessing. I think it's like one of the larger ones in the world. In the world. And so one year I went, because, you know, I went a few times, because I was a big runner. And Boulder was fun. It's fun if you don't have to, like, drive and park and stuff, is like the big secret of the Boulder that I would share with people, is like, hey man, if you can go... Oh, what the hell? If you can go but don't have to... Why didn't I just throw my hat at those? That was incredibly dumb. If you can, like, if you ever get the chance, if someone's like, I'm thinking of running the Boulder, do you want to do it with me? Do it. Because, like, I'll tell you, for me, I would rather run a 5 or a 10K than have to, like, deal with the parking and the traffic and whatever. Anyway, one year I'm running the Boulder, and, you know, genuinely fucks up traffic in the city for the entire day. Which, you know, makes sense. And it goes through some neighborhoods and stuff, and there's this kid, I'm gonna say he was a kid. He's probably like in his early 20s. And he was like standing at the edge of what I assume was his driveway. Just saying like, thanks a lot. Thanks for, you know, clogging up the city all day. Like he decided to come and stand outside to berate everyone running, to be like, oh, you're fucking up my city, you know what I mean? And I was minorly incensed by this, because I was like, oh, fuck you. Because my feeling was like, this has existed since before you were born. And you know what I mean? And it's not like this is a new thing and you had no idea this was going on. And it happens, it's Memorial Day every year. You know what I mean? So also, it's not like it's happening at noon on a Monday. Well, it is happening at noon on a Monday. It's not happening on some random ass day. You know what I mean? Like, you've got plenty of time to prepare. And this guy in particular, I'm like, well, he clearly had nothing better to do. You know what I mean? Like, I always feel really bad for people who it's like, it must suck if you, I don't know, you're a house cleaner and you're like living in the city and there's like the boulders happening and you're like, God damn it, like I just have to go to work, you know, and I'm just trying to get to work and all these dickheads are running this race and like, boulder day, I have to make sure and like get there extra early, whatever. That would be annoying. But when you're just some idiot standing at the end of his driveway who clearly has nothing better to do beyond standing at the edge of his driveway and complaining, I'm like, you know, I don't know. I don't feel that bad for you. So anyway, sometimes I feel like I read some of that attitude from people in New York City. And I just think that's weird. I think that's a weird attitude to have because you could live plenty of places if tourism is what you don't like. Because I guess I feel like if you live in New York City, there's probably at least part of you that's like, well, yeah, I like the culture. I like the restaurants. I like going to this. I like doing that, you know. You like doing New Yorky stuff, hence why you choose to live there. Because it's not a cheap place to live. So you're not going to live there unless it's, you know, there's a good reason, right? Oh, yeah. Woo. The juice. So anyway, if you live there and it's because you like those things, which I assume you do because it's not like the easiest, cheapest place to live, then I'm like, well, if you like those things, wouldn't you assume that other people like those things too? Like, wouldn't other people want to see them? And therefore, that's how it works? Did I win? This is like the game Centipede. Ah! What if I have to hit him head on? Okay, maybe not. Holy crap, he's so long. Was I supposed to defeat him again in that short of a time? Did I blow it that badly? Whoa! Oh, okay. The progress I made last time is still valid. I mean, I guess the primary question this game begs is, okay, either Mario's origin has changed officially, or there's kind of a parallel Earth where everyone kind of looks like Mario, as opposed to looking like, you know, me. All right. I saw my buddy Daisy. She's probably gonna be pretty happy, right, that I saved the day? Pauline, sorry. Tick. I feel like I should have figured out how to break those metal things by now, but... Don't I have a camera? Oh my god. Is this... About this button. Oh, I did it. I took a capture. Oh, I can press that? What is that? Oh. I did it. I did it. I want to get over there. Looks like almost a makeable jump. Oh my god, not even kind of. Save yourself, Hat. You know, it'd be a great gag on this stage is like Mario goes to get in a pipe, as is his sort of normal procedure, but it's like an actual sewer pipe, and he's just like, oh my god, this is vile. What have I done? Everybody likes the mayor, huh? How do I get over there? Lots of stuff over there. Whoa! Whoppa. Need a seed, huh? This is like Mario parkour time. Whoa! I feel like I could have used these paint cans to paint this wall. Somehow. Okay. That was not as bad as I was expecting it to be. So I gotta say I'm enjoying this game's very light this fucking thing. Light level of consequence for, you know, screwing up. I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do, but I did it. Who put all this garbage? I don't have any talent for accents, but I do them anyway. Look at that coin over there. Whoa! Whoa! What happened? Oh, God. Alright, well, I figured out how to use that orange thing. But, didn't go quite as I'd hoped, I guess. Hey, I see a moon. Oh my God, I've possessed this guy? So wait a minute. I could just be this. Oh, okay. No. I cannot just be anybody. You think this guy's like, you're not dressed like a city man? Oh, okay. Whoa. Swing schwang. I don't care about other people. 35 seconds? Mario Drift. New record, baby. Does that mean I got like second place, or is this the only moon to get? RC Car Pro. You know, like, is there an RC Car Super Pro to be had? I see. I see. All right, so let's go back to, I was talking about. That's about all that does, huh? Oh, here we go, in the sewer. I was like, death or... Hut, hut, hut. See these paint cans. Does that mean I can just climb up over the top here? Or are they on the top of the top? The top of this clear box. Ah. He really kicks those with gusto. So my mom, we're talking about, you know, sound or whatever, and I was explaining to her sort of how I was like, yeah, I think what the guy at the store was saying is that he probably mostly sees, like, you know, hi-fi nerds. And you're not like a hi-fi nerd, you're just like a person who uses stuff. Mario be shopping, huh? I'm gonna look so sharp. I'm gonna look like Al Capone. When we were kids, so our family's from Chicago. Oh shit. Our family's from Chicago. So we did the thing, you know, that you do when you're kids where you take, like, you know how people take an old Western photo? Maybe this is a Colorado thing, but like, you go and you take like an old-timey Western photo. For some reason, every woman is a prostitute, which I'm not trying to be like activist about it. I don't care, but it is funny to me. Da-da-da. Tally ho. Oh, I like that. Fix it, Felix. Or from the underrated Wrecking Crew, which if you've never played is pretty fun. Pretty fun little action platformer that must have been rebooted at some point, but I've never played it. So my mom gets her thing fixed, and then I was talking to her about, I was like, oh yeah. She's like, you have a record player? And I was like, yeah, I got one like in the pandemic, I think, because I was working from home a lot. And basically, I would sit and not move for hours. You know what I mean? Like, I would sit at my desk and work for 4 or 5 hours straight without getting up once. And I was like, this is actually a great way to force myself to get up occasionally. Because, you know, you have to change the record like every 20 minutes or something. I was like, this is a great idea. And it was. I mean, it was a ridiculous idea in that it's like, there's probably a much cheaper way to accomplish this goal, Pete. But, you know. Whatever. You know what? People buy stuff like that all the time. People buy like a smartwatch. I'm no different from them. So my mom was like, well, I have a ton of records in the basement. Why don't you come down and look at them and you can take some, because I don't have a record player. And I was like, well, do you want a record player? And she's like, I don't know. She hasn't had a record player for like decades, because I believe he likes it. Mario digs the music. Let's see if I can get these coins, huh? No! No! So, my brother was in a play, and we had a record player, and they wanted whoever it was like in high school, right? Hey, I know these guys. So whoever was like doing the play. Alright, I'll do it if I can win a moon. shit. I was trying to cheat the system and maybe that was a mistake, but I feel like I almost did it. Damn it! Am I though? Well, I guess I got like 10 coins, didn't I? So my brother takes this fucking record player for this play, and as he is known for doing, never brought it back home. What ultimately became of it, I don't know. But, you know, that was the last time she had a record player, because it's been a weird thing with record players, I think. Like, you could find them all the time at a thrift store, I think. Especially at that time, but most people didn't really want them. I mean, CDs were, like, such a better way to play music. So, you know, you only had, yeah, those same, like, hi-fi nerds, right? So she hasn't had a record player for decades. This is the same fate that befell a couple jackets that my brother had. God damn it. As well as my complete Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which, you know, I've never given up on. I've never forgiven him, and I bring it up all the time. Although he could have at some point bought one for me, by the way. He could have, you know, made good on that in the last 40 years. Well, 30 years. 25. Alright, should I focus on this? And just throw when I see the red heart. There we go. Needed to take a minute away from my riveting tale. No, I don't want to play. That's fine. I like how everybody in this game seems to take nothing personally. They're all just kind of like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm glad I didn't run off the complete edge of the world. Who built this fucking city like this? Just like on the edge of the world. So I went through my mom's records with her, and I took some that I was interested in, and then I took some additional ones that I wasn't interested in, but she's like, well, you should try this, you know, this was a big Chicago folk singer lady or something, and this person was cool, you know, you might like this, whatever. So I have like a ton of records to listen to, which is exciting, I guess. I don't know why I'm like so down on it. Like, the way I'm saying it right now, it sounds like I'm like, well, fucking great. But you know, I'm actually excited about it.
Hi. Oh.
Doe maar net met een gebaar. En je steekt niet opgevallen. Met je kille jattert. Ja.
I guess I was supposed to find this trumpet player after I talked to her, huh?
Oh. Ah.
Look at this lady. This is me. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. It's interesting. It's like a pretty eclectic collection of records. I don't know, it's interesting to me because it's like you know, a lot of people had a lot of the same records, right? At different times, because, you know, record A would be super popular or record B would be super popular. So it was interesting because it's sort of like, I think a lot of people had a similar-ish collection. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Foodmaster Flex is here, everybody.
Very tidy in here, everybody.
It's very tidy in here, everybody. I feel like you're making fun of me with your
not.
everybody.
Well, because I want people on the internet to know that you're a tidy person.
That I've been tidy. I did tidy up in here today.
You're tidy before playing video games.
I did tidy before playing video games. I am an adult. Thank you. I didn't even have to be asked to tidy. I didn't even think of that. What a waste I'm making of my life. Go ahead and tidy before you play video games, Peter. If someone asked me to do that, I'd be furious. But just doing it by my own, you know, volition is... I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's Toad, Captain Toad. I was risking running out here thinking, like, if Toad just had to watch me fall to my doom. Look at all these buildings, man. One of the ideas I have had... So, every year for my birthday, I take a long walk. I talked about this year's on here in November-ish. Probably when I was playing, like, my last Mario Before 40 game. And, one of the ideas I had... Great source of urban energy. One of the ideas I had for a walk was to take a trip to, like, New York and then just find a bunch of long walks there, which there are many. You can just walk a long time without leaving the city, which is kind of cool. It's perfect for motor scooters. Okay, so I gotta try and get a scoot up here. You guys may not know this, but I am a licensed M-class motorcyclist in real life. I took the class and everything. And, yeah, I had a motorcycle briefly and then got rid of it because it's extremely impractical. Oh my god. What just happened? Where am I going? Is this what I wanted to do? Have I made a good decision? Why am I in this post-apocalypse? Okay, well, there's a moon up there. These old rusted-out taxis are not quite so bouncy, I guess. Is this like the same thing? I see. Okay. Kind of in like an arena here, huh? So I am looking forward to listening to my mom's records. One of the funny things about it too was, so she had a bunch of Rolling Stones records. I'm not like a big Rolling Stones guy. But whatever. But I found these and was like, oh, I didn't think you were like a big Rolling Stones fan, to my mom. And she's like, oh, I'm not. She's like, I have a bunch of records that were probably your dad's that he never, you know, got back from me when my parents divorced. So she's got these Rolling Stones records. And then I was looking through some more, and there was one that had a stamp on it. Because I guess this would be a thing. I wouldn't have ever thought of this, but like you get a record and you get a stamp for your record collection, you know, that's like property of so-and-so. That way it's like you don't take it to someone's house and then they forget whose record it is or whatever. Or, you know, maybe you get divorced and then you're like, aha, this is my record. But the stamp on it was not actually my dad's name. It was his brother's name, his older brother. So it was like, this record's the property of Richard, you know? And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, what a tangled web with this. It's like, this record was probably purchased by my uncle as, you know, like in the 70s, maybe the 60s. And then, you know, my dad ended up with it, and then my mom ended up with it, and now I've got it. I've been meaning to, like, text or call my uncle and be like, bro, check this out. And he'd be like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Oh, I can just shoot him? Oh. Glad I accidentally discovered that. See, I wasn't being destructive enough. Should be more inclined to destroy. Make these discoveries. The game is encouraging. What is this? Oh! Aha! Just shoot everything and then eventually you'll win. These actually kind of go in an arc, but they go pretty much where they're supposed to. It's interesting. Under Siege. Starring Steven Seagal. Okay. So I wonder if there's like multiple cabs in this city that have that little hat thing on them. Oh, is this a musician? Sir.
Oh, Ted, we from Daniel there. You want this one to get out of this? Yeah, we from Daddy Fontaine. Yay!
Yay. His eyes were a little frightening. More than a little. Quite frightening.
Yes. Oh. Ah.
Ah. Well, there's a guy. Well.
Oh, Ted. Okay, I'll solve you there. Oh, Kelly. Yay!
Yay! Why do they make up these fake languages for these games? You know, they're like, well, I don't want it to sound like gibberish, but I also don't want it to sound like any words. I think I could find you one more trumpetist who's on a roof somewhere. I can retrace where I think I came from. Well, there's the Odyssey, so I must be... I must have been somewhere in this... ish area. Should I try it? This thing accelerates so fast. It's also a little weird that... Oh, okay. It's like I can actually... The buttons it suggests to use for accelerate and jump are not ideal. Let me get right down to it. Is this where he was? No. This is not where he was. This is where I tried to do this before. Oh! And had a similar result. there. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Hmm. Oh! Still think that's makeable. My toxic trait is thinking that everything is solved by the long jump. Now what, Smarty? Smarty McSly. Wah, wah. This is gonna be a tough one to find the coins in, isn't it? There's just so many nooks, crannies, crooks, nannies. It's been funny having the records like forcing me to stand up every so often. There's been so much stuff lately about how like bad sitting is for you. And the one that I used to see more. I don't see it as much lately, but it was for a long time. It was the whole like sitting is as bad as smoking. And I was like, is it though? I know it's not good for you. But I'm like, you know, there are degrees, right? And I do feel, I could be wrong, but I do feel that, like, that just cannot be true, right? And I'm like, I understand what you're saying. You're, like, trying to drive home the point that extended sitting is not good for people. But I was like, but I mean, are you making that point well by, like, telling me something that's not true? That doesn't seem to be true. I want to investigate this. I want to like put on my investigative journalist hat and see like if you looked into the reality of how bad sitting is for you. Is it that bad? Like if I was like, doctor, I'm either going to start sitting. Oh, look, this is a Donkey Kong art. Where is this jerk? Okay, at one point I thought I saw a seed, but maybe it was that seed? Oh, there he is. How the hell do I get up there? Ugh. Ah! Meh. Oh God. Hmm? Whoop, whoop. Hold the telephone. I hear him. I mean, this guy's still practicing his scales, so I'm not as confident in him as some of the others, but... Wow.
Kelly Owen Ted? Oh, we found downstairs. Magic Kelly uttered. Yeah.
Why didn't they have him play that song? Da 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 da. I'm really doing a lot to save this festival. Underground power plant. Nuclear power plant. I see purple. This is giving me real Earthbound vibes in terms of people just kind of saying things. I've always felt a kinship with birds. Special handbag, huh? Oh, I see this erupting victory column here. As the sewer cover, I can move the sewer cover. As a humanoid man, I cannot. Doesn't make the most sense, but who's asking for that anyway? Who among us makes any sense? Oh. I wanted to be him, not kill him. How does this work? Okay. I will say this for this game too. They found a way to have a pretty non-obnoxious sidekick. You know what I mean? Most sidekicks in games are not exactly known for their non-obnoxiousness, but I feel that this sidekick is not super obnoxious. Oh boy. Sewer treasure. Someone would have been like, there's a moon called Sewer Treasure. I'd be like, oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, shit. Well. I get it, power plant. There needs to be some guys like, you know, cheering me on, like Spider-Man style. Go get him, Spidey. All that. Maybe I pass out while trying to stop a subway. And then they carry my passed out body. And they're like, oh my god, he's just a kid. He's no older than my son. I don't know what this voice is that I'm doing. This non-accent accent. Look at this guy. Power. Look at all these moons. Oh, I can't have these? Are these moons I collected? Did I surrender them? Her sounds are just a little... a traditional festival! Exclamation point.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New Donk City Festival, a celebration of the history of our city. And now, to get things started, her honor, Mayor Pauline.
Now she's looking very Jessica Rabbit in this dress.
Here we go, off the rails. But you know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. Any bags or a pass? Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You can say my hat is for you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky
Oh. Now I'm in like Donkey Kong type thing. This is fun. This is so cool. I love it. I'll be your one-up girl. Is that what she was singing? Let's do the Odyssey, huh? This is visually quite spectacular. This is something too, I think, you know, in this whole Mario Odyssey that I've been sort of doing this year is like, you know, there's like realism in graphics, but there's also like this, which is like, it's kind of just a feast for the eyes. And I feel like so many Mario games are really good at doing this, you know, at like making it fun, making it something that's like just interesting a lot of the time and changing and, I don't know, doing stuff. There's like always things happening. I definitely think Nintendo saves like a lot of their best ideas for the Mario titles. And so it is kind of an interesting way to play through a sort of developer's best stuff. I did it! Oh, triple moon. I was like, that was a lot for one moon. multi-moon. Look at that. Yes, queen. Does this mean I can go to the next spot already? Ta-da-da-da-da-da. All right. Let's go. I'm ready. I want to get like a little preview for the next, place. Oh, I'm going to the Snow Kingdom. That's my preference. I have no reason to think he's actually going there. That was not me using the logic. That was me just saying like, which stage would I rather play? I prefer snow to sand. I prefer the winter. Odyssey's not looking so hot, is it? I have not gotten very many stickers. Or items for this. Beautiful. I love it. Shiveria. All right. Oh. What? Okay, that's how you back here. Huh? Ah. Oh my god, okay. That was dangerous. It's like those horrific videos you see where someone's like in the Antarctic and they just happen upon like a hole. Look at these cute guys. Oh man. Maybe I didn't want to knock all those blocks down. Well. Wonder what kind of racing slides, probably. Whoa! Mm. All right. Damn it. I always want to like try and guess what the names are going to be. But I don't think I would ever get them. Hanging ledge, scramble along. I see, I see. I see. So I need to, like, get all these different passages open. Okay. Well, I think I'm at a stopping point here. Yep. But, so far, so good. Still really liking this game. We'll see you next time.